else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that.
Hi guys and welcome. We have to talk about the James Charles drama that's going on after you reacted to someone dropping into his DMs asking for help after they lost their job. So let's get into it. James Charles is in some hot water again after he put out a video of him reacting to someone hopping in his DMs asking for help after they lost their job.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know?
Yikes. So already very heated and mad over this request. And listen, yeah, I know, yeah, GoFundMe's can get a little out of control sometimes. People do them for everything. But a lot of times it's, just to help. And a lot of times GoFundMe's are for random people. Some people will post them on Facebook. You might not even know the person. You're like, okay, I can help them out. So that's kind of what this is in a way. It's like someone shooting their shot, and yeah, they probably don't expect you to pay, and you don't have to pay, James. Obviously you don't have to, but you don't have to make a stink about it online. Just be like, someone sent me this request, it's not something I'm interested in, I'm not going to do it. Because there's so many GoFundMes that do that, where they're like post it publicly and people can choose or not choose to donate, but you don't have to come online and be mean about this person who just lost their job, start calling them names and stuff. And then we later see that basically, I think he's more annoyed that the person asked him for money and they're not a follower of his. So like if they did support him, maybe he would have given them money, which is also a little weird, but let's keep going.
What else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Okay. Yeah, there is some people nowadays who don't have a good work ethic or think things are owed to them or whatever, or that people with money should give them money. But the way James went about this was crazy. Like, the anger that he brought is insane. And to even make this video, he's like, he didn't have to. Like, you don't need to. Just ignore it, right? You didn't need to come online and just start being rude and aggressive, right? Like, the way he just comes at it is too much. Like, if you wanted to make a funny, silly story, being like, hey, guess what? Like, I went in my DMs and this person was like, hey, make me a GoFundMe. And he was just like, I'm not going to do that, and was kind of silly about it. But he's so angry about it, like crazy, especially coming from him, because he seems obviously out of touch, and he does address this later that he is out of touch. But this video came off so gross, so bad. So he made an apology that he did later delete. So I got this video from a different creator. I got it from Spillsesh. So I couldn't find the full video online after he deleted it. So here's his first apology.
So I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money. And most people were like, enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive, and they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video, and I deleted it. But of course the internet is forever, and now a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces, being like, influencers are all so out of touch, this is so disgusting, you don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my god, give me I am out of touch, first and foremost, okay? I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way, though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen, and luckily, I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday, though, was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid in asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally did not believe that to be the case, because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world.
He just like doubles down on like why he made the video, and he's like, you know, people just have no work ethic, and he's basically being like, well, this person was not a fan of me, like they never supported me, so like obviously I'm not going to support them, which is fine, that's fair. It still came off so weird and like privileged, and even though he acknowledged that he is like out of touch, it just still came off bad, and off bad to the whole internet. Another creator responded to this, showing just how bad it really did come off.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Jobless behavior, by the way, on his part. Very jobless behavior on James Charles' part. James and I are considered peers. I'm a content creator. He's a content creator. I'm a founder. He is a founder. We are technically considered peers. I normally like to mind my business. I don't like to come after other creators. This is probably one of the, I thought this was fake. Is this fake? I don't think James has ever had a real job. I don't think he's ever had a job that isn't social media, that isn't an independent contractor. I don't think he's ever clocked in. I don't think he's ever had a W-2. I don't think he's ever done any of that. The way you're talking to this person shows, and it's very disgusting and it's very inappropriate. You turn on your camera, you recorded this seemingly sober, ? And you posted it. For what? You thought we was gonna be on your side? Absolutely not. What's particularly annoying about this is that I know ain't nothing gonna happen. I'm not saying that I want something to happen to you, but all I'm saying is, as a white man, you can turn on your camera, talk absolutely crazy out the side of your neck. It's going to warrant zero consequences for you, much like many other things. I don't know what the hell inspired this post, but that was absolutely a terrible take.
So James Charles made one more final apology video to try to, you know, gain a little respect back, I guess.
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video was basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid. And I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family.
So the video is like a 3-minute long video, so we won't play it all, but like the gist is he's apologizing. But I have a hard time totally buying into this, right? Because it's like, are you just apologizing because of the backlash? Which, I mean, that's usually why people apologize, but it's just like, how sincere are you, right? And like, hopefully he'll learn. Maybe he won't react this way next time. But it's like, yeah, start to have some self-control and like think about your actions. Be like, oh yes, it triggered me. But then just take a breath, take a minute, and think about if you want to go to the internet and start bashing someone, right? So it does feel like he's just saying this because his first apology didn't go well because it wasn't really an apology, and now he's getting a lot of hate. So he's like, oh, how do I scramble and fix this? Okay, I'll say all the things that people are saying in my comments, like it was wrong, I shouldn't have bashed her, and yeah, it's a hard job market and everything. So it doesn't really ring true to me, but like, I mean, good that he's like saying he's sorry, and hopefully he genuinely does feel sorry, but I don't know. It just feels like a last stitch attempt to be like, please, please, please keep giving me money for watching me and all this stuff, which how is that different from someone asking for a GoFundMe? Like your whole career is based off people following you and giving you money and stuff like that. So you're just asking for people's money. So kind of similar. So it seems like he's like desperately clawing to be like, no, it's all good. You guys like me, right? See, I apologize. It's fine. So I don't know. Good that he apologized. Do I really believe he's sincere? No, probably not. People have made comments about this too, being like, well, why were you in your DMs like checking stuff, right? Because he has a history of using his DMs for dating and dating people who are not appropriate for him, right? So people were calling this out like, why are you even looking in your DMs? Like, what are you doing? Like, haven't you had enough trouble with that? Like, stop. So people don't have a lot of sympathy for James Charles, which I don't either, because honestly, it's just his whole personality is like, it's not for me. It's not for me. And then after the stuff like he's been like accused of, and I don't know that much about it, so I'm not going to pretend to be an expert about it, but I do know he had messaged younger people and had like relationships, I believe, with younger people. Sorry if I'm misquoting or wrong about that. But yeah, there's just been so much that he's done that's been not great that it's like no wonder people don't react well to this. It just feels like James Charles, he got success so quickly too. It does feel like he definitely is out of touch about a lot of things. And once again, no one's saying he needs to give money to anybody. No one, you don't need to. Just the way he comes off is just very smug and entitled and so aggressive. I think is the problem here. It just comes off so rude. It's just a gross way to present yourself, honestly. But what do you guys think about all this? Do you think his final apology was sincere? Do you think the way he reacted over the first video was okay or not? I'd love to hear your opinions below. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great day. Bye-bye.